Bertolt Brecht was a German poet, playwright, and theatre director. He was born on the 10th of February 1898 in Augsburg, Germany. He was born into a middle-class family. His father was a managing director for a paper mill, and his mother was a Protestant. He wrote poetry as a boy, and his first poem was published in 1914. In 1917, he enrolled as a medical student at the Ludwig Maximilian University of Munich. There, he attended Arthur Kutcher's theatre seminar. Brecht was, however, unimpressed, and he wrote several papers criticizing his work and insisted he could do better. Dear Arthur, your place smells. End. Brecht wrote his first play called Baal. However, in 1918, his studies were interrupted by the war, and he had to go serve as a medical officer in World War I. Medic! Medic! My leg's been shot off! Go away. I'm busy. There, he wrote his second play called Drums in the Night, which tells the story of a soldier returning after the war to find that his wife has been engaged with another man. Honey, I'm home. What the?
Oh, Mac, I love you.
Shush, my sweet Anna. We haven't used up all the wine yet.
The play got great reviews and won the Kleist Prize, which is a German literature prize. Baal was performed in 1923. This is the play he wrote for Arthur Kutcher, but he was unimpressed. However, the play did get good reviews. However, those two plays were just like every other play at the time. Those two plays were written and performed before Brecht used his theatre techniques that made him famous. Using his techniques, he invented a new genre in theatre. What was that genre? Epic theatre. So, what is epic theatre? Plays in those days were all the same. They were about an everyday man, they were as realistic as possible with all technical equipment hidden, and they were based over a short period of time.
I'm sorry, but your daughter died.
What? No! The idea of this was to create a slice of life, to make the audience believe that they were watching a scene from real life. Brecht wanted to move away from realism. He wanted to remind the audience that they were watching a play, not a slice of real life. He wanted the audience attention to be on the overall plot, and not on each character. He did this in several ways. Brecht had his plays happening over a span of months, and even years. Episodes and scenes in his plays weren't always in order. There could be one scene with a man and a woman. The next scene could be at a police station with a couple of police officers. However, both of these scenes are relevant to the plot. For example, it's a lovely day.
Yes, it is.
What's that? These coffees are awesome. I want to go thank the guy who invented coffee breaks. Wait, what's that? Characters were known by their occupation and not their names. For example, this police officer's name is Bob. However, if it were an epic theatre play, he would be simply known as the police officer. This doctor's name is Dr. King, but he would be referred to as the doctor. More examples: the pilot, the gas station worker, the bus driver, the firefighter. I think we'll skip him. No technical equipment such as lighting and sound were hidden. Scene changes happened in front of the audience. And finally, historification was used. Historification is when stories and events from the past are referred to in the play. One example of this can be seen in a form of a newscast. I'm bored. Welcome back to the news. We are continuing on today's top story when a high-speed train derailed, killing 2 passengers. So, what is an example of epic theatre? Epic theatre can be seen today in the form of films. 2012 is a good example of an epic film. Although the characters have names and you do sometimes feel for them, there are elements of epic theatre such as historification, different characters were introduced in different scenes, and the whole film took place within 3 years. Sadly, we can't show you any footage from 2012, so we'll reenact it for you. What the? Run everyone! It's the apocalypse! Ah!
What?
So when did Brecht think of epic theatre? He thought of it during rehearsals for his play Edward II, which premiered in 1924, after having problems directing the actors. However, things weren't all good for Brecht. In the 1930s, when the Nazis came into power, his plays and books were banned, with performances being interrupted by the police. I like cheese. Fish play is not allowed. Brecht made a wise move and fled to Germany with his family to Denmark. But then he fled to Finland in 1939. In 1941 he went to America and tried to be successful in Hollywood, but his ideas were criticized for being un-American. Do you like my idea? No. No one around here would be interested in it. For the final years of his life, Brecht returned to Germany and wrote some of his final plays, none of which were as famous as his earlier plays. Brecht died of a heart attack on the 14th of August, 1956.